Hello everyone and welcome to another indie horror game. This time I'll be playing a game called Charlotte's Exile, and Charlotte's Exile is another game you can find on the second DreadX collection. Look down below in the description if you want to get it for yourselves, alright? You'll find the links and the details down there. Now, in Charlotte's Exile, Charlotte has gone missing, and my only hope of finding her again is by decoding an ancient text. Sounds interesting. I hope you enjoy it. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments at the end. Here we go. Let's begin.
My beloved Charlotte. The woman that had become as much a part of me as I was of myself. She had always been ravenous in studying the ancient texts left of the Eldritch gods. I didn't understand what she told me about her studies, but I supported her as best I could. And then, one day, she began to talk of such things as saving our realm from the incoming evil and being infested by an approaching darkness. I woke the next morning and she was gone. A note left to me only contained the words, "I have been banished to the ancient realm. It is for the best."
Okay, jeez.
Distraught and searching for anything I could do to bring her back, I sought the help of a miser high in the mountains. He showed me but one hope, a torn scrap of ancient text describing the process of recapturing the essence of a loved one from the dark pits of that shadowy place. Torn and ragged, it was written in an eldritch language long forgotten by our culture, known only to those who had contact with the eldritch gods themselves.
Okay.
I snatched the scrap from the old man and brought it to the great library. I thought I could use the texts written there to decode the alphabet of the ancient language, so I could know the secrets written on the scrap of paper and bring her back to me.
Okay, solid plan.
In the library, then, is where my story begins.
Okay. And this is where I come in, trying to help figure it out. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, sure. What do we got here? Some sort of puzzle? Can I bring them back? Apparently not. No. No? I take it that didn't work. I'll try again later on. What we got here? Okay. Yota Trihu? What does that mean? Okay. Is that the actual time? It's not far off, actually. I'm playing this at like midday. I thought that was the actual time then, but no. Okay, we got the book. Here we are. Eldritch Things, compiled for the study and protection against the ancient terrors.
There's my first clue. I should jot that down.
Oh. Oh, okay. So here it is in English. And what is that the symbol for A then? Hang on, look at this. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, and this is the scrap of paper that I took away. So, hang on. Right click. So that one, yep, okay. So that is there. Got ya. Okay, so Eldritch cryptography. Let's do this. 25 letters to go. Cool. All right, before we get started with that, what's this? Okay. Would these be some of the symbols that we just saw? These are letters. They're buttons. Can I spin this around or something? No? Okay. But there's probably some sort of combination that will make itself evident. Maybe it's part of this when it's all deciphered, or maybe it's in the book. I don't know. But anyway, let's read the book, shall we? Cthulhu, the dark being. Feared by all, Cthulhu causes the subconscious feelings of anxiety felt by generation to generation. He currently slumbers in the ancient realm, although it is thought he could return someday. His name, that, was lengthened when translated by the Old English scribes, adding Hulcha in the middle. Oh, I see. To visually describe his prominence in the ancient texts. So it's like... So that's C, T, and U, I think. Okay, so that is C. That is T. Okay, we're building this. And I think that's a U. I think I got that right. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Cthulhu. Right, let's move on. The Eye of Nyarlathotep. Okay, a servant that carries out duties in Nyarlathotep's absence. It is a being that stays in the shadows, whose... Right. Why did it prompt me to do that exactly? A little bit worrying. Yeah, it's a being that stays in the shadows whose goal is to see the return of its master. It will stalk towards any creature slowly and quietly if it knows that Nyarlathotep's return is being threatened. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's realizing that I'm threatening it. If it is seen when closing in on its goal, whatever that be, it seems to retreat. It lurks here. If it's close, look at it. You. That's you, isn't it? Okay, alright, so, a little bit of deciphering, a little bit of making sure that I don't get killed by the Eye of Nyarlathotep. Let's move on. The mass of rats. And you're still there, good, okay. Stay there, just stay there. I'm not going to threaten Nyarlathotep, don't worry. Anyway, the mass of rats. A bunch of rats stuck together with glue. Mentioned only once in the ancient texts. Horrific, for no reason as much as simply being sort of gross. Fuck, where did you go? I can look up, but I can't turn to the left and right, so hopefully you haven't, snuck up behind me. The writer describes it as being no shape and all shapes, no order, but all beauty, a sight of true horror and magnificence. The true definition of a something. What is that something? Don't know. Well, it could be mass. That could be M-A-S-S. One can construct a rat mass at home with the proper supplies. Apply glue liberally. Alright, well there's a little bit of humour to this, I quite like it. Yeah, so that could be an M, that could be an A. That's definitely an A, right? I think it's mass. I think it's probably mass. Okay, so the one that kind of looks like a leaf, this one here, that's an M. Okay. And then that one there is an S. Okay, S actually does come up on this quite a lot. It's getting closer. Why can't I just hold space and bring the book to me? Do I have to look down at the table? I think I do, don't I? Moving on then. Gubbageg? Mountainous? Okay, let's read about that. A pillar of melting flesh sprouting from the earth. Gubbageg appears only once before being quickly banished by the fucking... Oh, it's gone again. By the what? There's a lot of letters that I do not recognize right now. Banished by something. The earthquake it caused in its short time on Earth brought many civilizations to their knees. Okay. Causing a large rift between those affected and the few nations who were not. It has no known way to be resummoned. Okay. I'm really concerned that you haven't turned up again. The Hounds of Tindelos? This is maybe the most nervous I've ever been reading. Not quite hound and not quite being, the hounds are thought to be too horrific to describe. They are a being that exists only in time and manifests through space to follow its prey. Hey, there you are, hiding behind the doorway. You're getting disturbingly close. Go away. It is said that the hounds are not the only object to exist in time, and that even words themselves can be communicated through the realm that the hounds inhabit. And then 340. 340. Do you understand this? 340? Hang on, the clock? Oh! Oh, look at this. Oh, the words are changing as well. 340? Well, that's 340. SD names, and I can see you back there. Okay, I'm just going to note this down. SD names. Okay. Maybe that means something. Moving on to the Nof Kek or something, or something. Yeah. Four-armed creatures that live in the deepest... Oh, it's gone. That live in the deepest, coldest parts of the Earth, notably Antarctica and high in the mountains. They often live alone, although have been recorded to come together under certain dire circumstances. Most famously when the Novkek banished Gubbageg themselves, securing humanity's future on the planet. Some of this text is actually quite hard to read. D. D, Eldritch devices. That's a D. Okay. I looked up just in time. I scared it away. Okay. So, this is a D. And it's gone. Okay, alright. Maybe it doesn't come back. Maybe it doesn't come back. Okay, so we've got a few bits of the words. Let's move on. Let's have a look at these Eldritch devices. So, the clock! Right, the clock. The Clock of Tindelos. An artifact stolen from time itself. The clock displays different messages caught in time depending on where its hands lay. The messages it shows are never ordered, instead appearing as a string of letters to be sorted out by those that observe them. Okay. I don't see it. Good. It's rumoured that adjusting its hands creates altogether new connections from time to space. Well, I've got... yeah. We've got SD names. And the time is actually moving on, so it's going to move over to Mothra. Let's put it down there. Okay. The Ancient Box. That's that thing over there. Oh, hello. It's back. I must still be threatening Nyarlathotep, right? Anyway, taken from the depths of the ocean, this box contains a secret known only to the ones that hid it. Ancient texts describe the way to open it has been thrown into the streams of time to keep its secret safe from the eldritch monsters. Fuck. Tradition holds that the box can be opened through the use of a single word, although many have tried and been unable. Okay, but it maybe begins with an M. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we got the two here. So this is the SD names thing is probably an anagram. Okay. Right. What could that be? Okay. Let's move on. The Eldritch Board. Okay, that's the thing down there. Used for banishment and summoning of creatures from the ancient realm to the human realm and back. The Eldritch Board was developed as a way to dispel the ancient horrors. But not you, apparently. The combinations used to conduct these acts have been slowly lost over time, although scraps of combinations written in the ancient alphabet still exist. B. That's a B? Is that B? I think so. So... it's... I don't know which one that is. Oh, this one here? That's a B? I don't... maybe. I hope I'm reading that right. We'll see. Anyway, a star spawn now. Okay, the star spawn of Cthulhu. You've gone again. This is actually pretty interesting. An elder civilization. These beings seem to be made neither of matter or energy. A handful of scripts exist detailing encounters with the star spawn, changing from its own to a different shape and back again, possibly even to a non-creature form. Okay. Okay. That's the second time. It's unclear what connection they share with Cthulhu, except adorant worshippers. Okay. Tsithogua? Yeah, something like that. The Toad God. It slumbers in the ancient realm, oozing small toads out of its paws. It's recorded that these smaller toads either explode after a few moments or cross the dimensionary path to the human realm, where they will take the form of a wild bear and then explode. Okay. The chunks of these toad bears can be reassembled to make clever gifts for parties or other get-togethers. Okay. The Shogoth. Now we're talking. Okay. Blob-like beings that can envelop creature and non-creature alike. The Shogoth possess incredible speeds and immense cold, but slow, and become more puddle-like in warmth. There you are again. Early manuscripts seem to view Shogoth as harmless creatures, sometimes even shortening their name and adding an I at the end. Like that. Okay. Okay, so that's the S that we got, right? So that's confirmed. That I'm pretty sure. That's S. Yeah, that's it. So does that mean that is an H? And that's an O? And then good. And then that I-looking thing is actually an I? Let's see if that works. So that could be... I. Yeah, okay. Yeah, some of the calligraphy is actually kind of hard to read, but yeah. That could be ancient. That looks like it's going to be ancient. And this could be summoning. Some unsummoning, resummoning, possibly? Maybe. Okay, so let's see. That thing there, that could be an H. Let's see if that's true. This one? Wait, was it that one? No, it was this one. Which one was it? That one. Yeah. Oh, no. I got it wrong. So the I is there. Yes! Okay, that TH, that's probably... Whatever's after that is an E. I mean, at this point, I could probably just sort of guess until we got something that looks right, but I'm going to continue reading the book. Please fuck off. So what was that third symbol? The thing that looks like an E, I guess, is an O, potentially? This? Yeah, that could kind of work. And then these two, these are G's? Where is it? There it is. That does not look like a G to me. But that fits. It actually does fit. It fits, don't you think, Mr. I? Why don't you come over and have a closer look? I know you're going to. Okay, well, we've got like half the letters down. Damn. Oh, it's gone. Oh, fuck. Here we go. Okay, we're going to get jump scared again. Let's move on. Let's move on to... Ducky? Eldritch Duck? The fuck? Ducky has become an eldritch being somehow and is just living it up. Instead of bringing terror to everyone, Ducky has used his eldritch powers to make sure that everyone has a really nice day and insists that you take a break to eat a sandwich. And get jump scared by the eye. Ducky would also like you to know that that means quack. Right, okay, so that's a pretty obscure one. That's a Q. And that's a U. Okay, yeah. That fits. Yeah, just to confirm. Okay, so this one is a Q. Did that even turn up in this? I don't think it did. Maybe some of the others will, though. So Q, U, and A. We've got C. Haven't we? We've got C already. K? K is like the semicircle that's dripping. This one? Okay. Beneath mark the... something? I don't know. We're getting there, though. We are getting there. This is actually quite fun. Yeah, it's testing my brain a little bit as well. Rantigoth, or Rule, maybe? Okay. Right. A big bug god. Rantigoth decided to slumber under the ocean near Australia, which is unfortunate because it also drowned. Rantigoth is the biggest, deadest bug in the whole wide world. An excerpt. That's decomposing, apparently. Right. Or Rule. That could be R-U-L. But I don't think it is. I don't think that really fits. I don't know what that is, but it could... Let's continue reading anyway. Large chunks of his body can be found on a regular basis floating on the shores of the Indian Ocean. Nobody has dared to snack upon his flesh. Probably for the best. Hey there! Yeah. It might not necessarily be R-U-L. But, I mean, that... We don't have L yet, do we? Let's see how it works. So that could be L. Let's see. I think that might be right. Okay. I mean... I'll leave it like that. I'll leave it like that for the meantime. Let's continue reading the book. Maybe there's some really obvious ones, some really easy clues. Here we go. We're getting one right now. This seems like F is this one here. If we haven't got that. If we haven't got that one already. So that is an F. So that... Okay. So it's from the ancient realm. begin with the middle? Now you see that L. It's right. It's right. And you're back again! Jesus Christ. Anyway, what was I actually reading about? It was just the bugs. They started as a handful of bugs that were found in a small village. One by one, more bugs collected in the centre, forming a larger and larger mound that only continued to grow. To avoid the eventual takeover of the world, the bugs were contained in a lead bucket with a lid. Nobody knows what horrors would be found were the bugs to be exposed. Okay.
Infested?
Ooh.
Could this have been written by Charlotte?
Maybe. Is this Charlotte's handwriting? So, Nyarlathotep himself. Causer of deceit and confusion. The largest eldritch threat to humanity. It is common for Nyarlathotep to infest the body of a human and okay, it's gone. And control them for its own motives. Where Nyarlathotep is at the moment is unknown. However, if it has taken someone as its host, banishment of that individual to the ancient realm is the only way to stop it from shrouding our consciousness in its eventual darkness. Right, okay. And that's actually the end of the book, it seems. Okay. Right. So, we've still got these things to deal with, kind of. I think we've kind of dealt with the clock. We haven't got that yet. I haven't figured this out, of course. Although, some of these symbols I might recognise now, you know? Like, so what was it? Let's have a look. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I'm just going to make a quick note of these, and then maybe I could figure out exactly what this is. Okay, so let's go back. Let's see if there's more clues. Maybe I've just missed a few. Like these two, I don't know what that is. Like, have we got R? We don't actually have R. Is it R? It is. It is. I just don't think that's a... Oh, that's not a U, is it? That's a Y. Oh, that's why. Where is he? Oh, fuck. That? That gets me every single time. Yeah, so that's that. There's not too many that we haven't got. This is actually pretty good. So we can figure out the rest of it. So, the second one there, that's an E. It's got to be an E. Resummoning. It's a resummoning a loved one, I bet. Okay, so hang on. We've got the two M's. O. There's that one there. So that's N. Yep. That's it. So that's resummoning a loved one. Okay. From the ancient realm. Begin with the middle four. Press the... See, this is just like a string of characters. It's not really in words, so it's hard to actually determine where I'm looking on this thing. But V. Oh dear. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. Okay. I expect this is only going to turn up once. But, that's it! Resummoning a loved one from the ancient realm. Begin with... Okay, so there's a W. Begin with... I see you. Okay, just trying to navigate to ones that haven't actually been picked yet. No, that's not it. But that could be a P instead. Press the top the top 2 corners. This would be the same thing. And that the lowest row save the rightmost, which will... It's just the W that we need to figure out, and the rest of it. I mean, do we need to know about X? Probably not. Okay, hang on. Let's do it this way, so I can determine what hasn't actually been picked, because the lines are just all over the place now. It's not that. This one hasn't been. Hey, that's it! Okay, we've got it all. We've got all of the message. Right, so let's see. Resummoning a loved one from the ancient realm. Begin with the middle 4, press the top 2 corners, then press those right beneath. Mark the lowest row, save the rightmost, which will be last. Press the sides remaining, and then those in the upper row, press the final node. Press the final... Okay, so this is related to this. It's got to be, right? So what did it say about the device? The Eldritch Board? This is a way to dispel ancient horrors. Okay. So... Okay, let's see. Begin with the middle 4. I'm just going to write this down. So, middle 4. Okay. Okay, right. I was hoping that was actually going to happen, so I can concentrate on this. So there's the 2 top corners. Press those right beneath them. Mark the lowest row. Say... Okay, except the rightmost. That'll be last. That'll be the very last one. So it's like the bottom right is the last one. Okay. Press the sides remaining. And then those in the upper row. So press the sides... And then those in the upper row, and then press the final node, which is the one in the bottom right. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Okay, so the middle 4. Okay. Top corners. Then those beneath them. And then the lowest row except the rightmost one, so... Then we press the sides. But not that one. The upper row, and then that one. That's it! I did it!
In a moment, the ritual was completed. But something was wrong. Charlotte appeared in front of me, but I saw so clearly that she was not who I remembered her to be.
Ah.
There was a beast inside her, something horrible, dark.
Something like Nyarlathotep, I assume.
Nyarlathotep had taken form in my love, and I had unleashed it back into the world.
Whoops.
With a cry of horror, I hid my face. But it was no use. Nyarlathotep enveloped me, using my soul to fill the gap that was left in the ancient realm. There was nothing to stop Nyarlathotep from destroying our realm. Darkness enshrouded the human world.
Shit.
I had brought about the new reign of the ancient gods.
Oh. That one got me as well. I missed something. I did. I didn't really deal with the box, did I? Like the SD name stuff? I should have had another look at it because I had the entire alphabet in front of me. I could have figured out exactly what those letters were. Okay, well that's ending 1 of 2. Let's go back and let's see if we can get the other ending. Thankfully, it seems like we can restart with the full journal. So that means that everything's done. Everything's done! Yeah, great, okay. So, let's see. So these things, let's have a look. And the clock, right. So it's a string of letters to be sorted out by those that observe them, so we need to find... Right, it begins with an M. So it's M... Musund... Madness? Is it madness? That would fit. That's the anagram of SD names. Fan-fucking-tastic. Right, so let's have a look. M, that one. Yep. A is this one. D. No, not that one. N. And then Jesus Christ! Okay. What's in the box? Okay, hang on. If you're reading this, a loved one has been infested with the soul of Nyarlathotep and banished to the ancient realm. Or realm. This has traditionally been a hopeless loss of someone special. However, I have done much research of the ancient texts and believe I have found something important that I must hide so it cannot be undone by the evil beings. Bringing a loved one back can be done with the use of the Eldritch Board. Okay. Doing so will also bring the soul of Nyarlathotep with them, and the world will fall into chaos, as we've just seen. However, where the first and last steps of the board sequence switched, I have reason to believe this will split the souls apart and bring your loved one back without the darkness. I pray you use this information with immense caution, as if I'm wrong, humanity as we know it could cease. Wonderful. Okay, so we just switch around the first and the last steps? The first and the last steps, if they were switched. So let's take a quick look at that again. I've noted them all down, so we start with the bottom right and finish with the middle four instead? It's worth a shot. So, bottom right. And then we go for the top corners. Those beneath. The lowest row, except the lowest row. All of those. The sides remaining, so the upper row. And then the middle four. Yeah. That worked?
Charlotte.
Huh.
The woman I love.
I did it.
She stood before me, exactly as I remembered her. No longer did she have a beast inside her. The ancient split had given her back.
Brilliant.
I grabbed her hand and led her outside the library. We stood together in the moonlight. No words were shared with each other, but no words were needed. All was right.
Wonderful. Okay. So that would be the good ending. Okay. Well, it's a good thing that Nyarlathotep didn't come through by himself, and it was Charlotte by herself. But there you go, ending 2 of 2. Charlotte is safe. And there you go. And that's that. Thank you very much for watching. I really, really enjoyed that. So far, so good. The Dreadex Collection number 2 has been really, really fun. Yeah, a little bit of Eldritch cryptography. I enjoyed that a great deal. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments, alright? Maybe leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. See you next time. Got ya. Okay, so, Eldritch cryptography. Let's do this. It is a being that stays in the shadows, whose... Right. Why did it prompt me to do that exactly? Horrific, for no reason as much as simply being sort of gross. Fuck, where did you go? This is maybe the most nervous I've ever been reading. 4-armed creatures that live in the deepest... Oh, it's gone. D, Eldritch devices. That's a D. Okay. The Eldritch Board was developed as a way to dispel the ancient horrors. But not you, apparently. A non-creature form. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on to... Ducky? To make sure that everyone has a really nice day, and insist that you take a break to eat a sandwich. And get jump scared by the eye. That gets me every single time. The upper row, and then that one. That's it!
And I had unleashed it back into the world.
Whoops. Musund. Madness? Is it madness? And then... Jesus Christ!